Holly, dear, you scared the life out of me.
Algernon, you have to calm down.
Well, I can't. You see, I'm so sure that one of Petros' henchmen is lurking out there, waiting to get a bead on me with a high-powered rifle or something.
You're letting your imagination run wild.
Well, if only I could. Run wild and free, away from all this trouble and strife.
Oh, now you're being melodramatic again.
Well, what would you do in my position?
Well, hopefully I wouldn't be silly enough to be in your position.
Well, it's not my fault that the brooch was planted on me. I mean, what am I going to do?
Well, you could start by getting hold of yourself.
I shall get hold of myself when Petros Cassadine is gone from Port Charles, and not 1 second sooner.
Any activity around Petros yet?
Yeah, I supposed to be taking on some supply.
Excuse me. Finally.
What, boss?
Just sitting around talking with a friend of mine.
Scorpio?
That's right.
Okay, listen, I'll make it real quick. It looks like Petros has taken the bait.
Excellent. Any word yet?
No, Morgan just sat down with him.
You'll let me know when you hear anything, right?
You betcha.
Good. Bye-bye.
Another really big deal?
Oh, could be.
You know, just having your office here is typical.
Typical of what?
You're always where the action is. Look, you've got an office over the boat base, which just happens to be where Petros has parked his yacht.
So I went for the view this time.
Yeah, you love the fishy smell of the water, the cold chill off the harbour during winter, all guaranteed to put a bit of colour into your debauched old face. View my eye.
Come on. Don't you think after all those years in the Mexican sunshine I deserve a change of scenery, huh?
You deserve wherever your head's going to lead you, mate. So, where's it leading?
Which you believe I don't know yet.
Maybe I do.
Or maybe you do.
This is all too much of a coincidence. Petros' yacht practically in your bathtub.
Oh, shipping companies are on the water, Robert, so are yachts.
But you always seem to be in the thick of it.
Where I like it, don't you?
Let's not reminisce about how great the great old days used to be.
Oh.
I now have to reassume my mantle as police commissioner.
Well, Robert, how long are you going to stick with that job?
Well, for all my complaining, I quite like it.
You like routine?
Well, look at it this way. Every business has its down moments.
Uh-huh.
You certainly can't call all those endless hours we spent on stakeout as scintillating.
Well, it did make the heartbeat faster, didn't it?
True.
That's called excitement, my friend.
But it's not conducive to family life.
Yeah, you can always put it that way.
Why am I giving you this blasted sales pitch?
Come on, you don't have to convince me of a thing.
You're the last person in the world I would ever want on the Port Charles police force.
Good. Not for a million, either.
Well, maybe it's routine, but it has its exciting moments.
Any lately?
Well, business has been a little slow, but when business is down in my line, it means the constituents are a whole lot happier.
So in other words, the better you do, the less you do.
Has its rewards.
Robert, I don't know. It just doesn't sound like your cup of tea to me.
Nevertheless, it's what I do. And at the moment, I have this Cassadine business to contend with.
Unless he's leaving.
Yeah, maybe I should go back to the house and tell Algernon that the boat is loaded up with supplies.
Is your boy still freaking out over there?
The worst. Maybe this will level him out if he knows that the Cassadines might be sailing back to New York.
Well, keep me informed, huh?
How about another game of gin, Holly?
I've already beaten you 6 times.
Well, this time let's play for money. I'm much better under pressure.
So I noticed. Anyway, I've got too much to do thanks to you.
Do you need a hand?
No, thanks. I'm pretty much through now.
It was nice of you to invite the ladies from the English Speech Association for lunch.
Well, it wasn't my idea.
Wasn't it?
You were the one who suggested it.
Now, why would I do something like that?
I think you just want as many people around you as possible.
Exactly. It makes it harder for Petros to get a bead on me.
You're taking him much too seriously.
One can never take one's own survival too seriously, Holly.
He knows you're not responsible for stealing that brooch.
No. He knows nothing of the sort. He knows I'm the last person who had it. Therefore, I'm the most obvious one to be punished.
Oh, what am I going to do with you?
Talk to me. I need conversation.
You're going to get plenty of that when the ladies arrive. They're going to talk your ear off.
Oh, good. It's getting rather boring sitting around here.
You need to get out.
Oh, it's impossible.
Algernon, it's broad daylight. Nothing's going to happen to you.
Precisely when Petros would probably make a move against me.
Why?
Because it is daylight. You see, Holly dear, most people think like you. They don't expect horrible things to happen in the broad light of day. But they do, I assure you, they do.
You're getting stir-crazy. You need a nice, brisk walk in the fresh air.
Hmm. Well, I must say, it does sound tempting.
Well, so do it.
Dare I risk it?
You know, you really don't need all these clothes.
Well, they're for protection.
It's not that cold outside.
Not from the weather, from a knife. Although, if he uses a gun, I don't know quite what I'll do. Do you think perhaps Robert has a bulletproof vest?
There's nothing to be afraid of, Algernon.
Well, it's easy for you to say. It's not you that Petros is after.
You're just going for a little walk.
Perhaps I could just walk round the living room.
No, you need to exercise in the fresh air.
Well, I'll get enough of that running away from Cassidyne's henchmen.
You look very fleet-footed to me.
Terror helps.
Stop worrying.
Right. I'm just going to take a little walk. Nothing could happen. No need to worry. Everything will be fine. Call Robert!
May I come in?
What do you want?
To talk.
We already talked.
And I assure you I am alone.
All right.
Holly!
I have just a few questions.
And if I refuse to answer, I suppose you'll use force, torture.
Not in this house.
Oh, you'd let him take me away?
I assure you, Mr. Durbin, I have no intention of harming you.
Ah, no intention. But if I don't cooperate, then you shall.
It would help if you talked less and answered my questions.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Just remember who my husband is.
I know who he is. I'm asking about the brooch.
I already told you everything.
You say it was planted on you?
Yes, that's right. I woke up and there it was.
Is there anyone you suspect may have done it?
No, you see, I was in Paris at the time, and I don't know anyone in Paris. I don't even like Paris, really. I mean, it's so expensive. Who can afford to go there? It's full of Frenchmen. I mean, I don't know. I don't know one soul in the city. I swear to you.
Someone you may have crossed in some way?
No, everybody likes me very much. I'm really a very nice chap when you get to know me.
Algernon.
I was used, you see.
What proof do you have of that?
My husband and I were used too, and we don't know by whom either.
The airline ticket, you mean?
Right. The message on it said that it was sent to Algernon from me, but it wasn't.
It's obvious to you, I hope, that someone wanted your cousin to bring the brooch here.
I wouldn't know. But you have your brooch. Why don't you go home and leave my cousin alone?
Holly, let's not make him angry.
I'm not going to let him intimidate you.
Mrs. Scorpio, obviously you are a woman of integrity. I can see that you're telling the truth.
You're right.
But someone, for whatever reason, wanted the brooch here and wanted me here. I have to know why.
Well, I'm sorry, but we can't help you.
So, will you be leaving now?
Poor Charles? Hardly. Not until I have been given some satisfaction. Good day.
Did you hear that? Satisfaction. You know what that means, don't you, Holly? Blood. The man wants blood.
You heard him. He believes our story.
No. He believes you. I'm still not in the clear. Are you sure I can't move into this secret room? Please.
The man's an idiot.
Blanket.
What a wonderful afternoon, Holly.
Oh, looks like we're the last to leave, as usual.
You know, that was the best get-together of the English Speech Association we've ever had, thanks in no small part to you, Algernon.
Well, I'm always at my best in the company of beautiful ladies.
You have so many marvelous stories. Yes, he has a very active imagination.
Lovely.
You seem to know everything and have been everywhere.
Well, not quite everything, but I'm working on it.
Yes, if anyone can do it, Algernon can.
You didn't say exactly what it is you do, Algernon.
Oh, well, you know, master of no trades, but jack of all.
Right. I'll bet I know what you do.
Oh?
You're an entertainer.
Now, why do you say that?
Seems so comfortable in a crowd. Especially lately.
Excuse me.
Oh, nothing. I wish my husband had the opportunity to meet you.
Now, do you believe my run of luck? This exquisite creature, and she's already taken.
Keep this man around, Holly. I like him.
By the way, Algernon, I would love you to come to dinner with me one night soon.
Out?
Well, yes, at my home.
And, where is that?
Oh, it's just a few miles from here.
Oh, well, that's very, very kind of you, but I'm afraid it'll be impossible.
Oh, why not?
Doctor says I mustn't go out.
Well, what in heaven's name for?
The air could be dangerous.
He'd love to come, but he's going to be leaving soon, aren't you, Algernon?
I certainly hope so.
Oh, don't you like poor Charles?
Oh, I love it, but you know me, happy wanderer.
Hello. What have we here?
Oh, a little meeting of the English Speech Association.
Breaking up?
Oh, well, I was leaving, but now that you're here, perhaps I'll stay a while. After all, it isn't often that we get to see our dashing police commissioner.
Well, we must get together sometime.
Oh, but we're together now. Tell me, Robert, what intrigues are going on in the police department these days?
Not a thing, all quite boring.
Ah, you're hiding something from me.
No.
Ah, yes, and we must all get together soon, and I'll pry those secrets out of you.
No. Well, listen, you be careful out there. It's very icy.
Oh, yes, I know it is. Goodbye.
Bye for now.
Bye. Come again, Ollie.
Bye-bye.
Robert, I'm so pleased you're here. I want to tell you all about Petros this morning.
No, that's why I wanted to get rid of them and talk to you, but you needn't bother calling. I had a man following him.
Do you mean to tell me there was a policeman outside and he didn't burst in to save me?
What do you want?
And Holly?
Well, actually, I'm not quite sure.
Scorpio.
Petros Cassadine, I must talk to you.
Yeah, about what?
There's something I need to get to the bottom of.
That makes two of us.
Your office, say in half an hour?
Fine. There was Petros. He wants a meeting.
Why?
Says he wants to talk.
I know what he wants. He doesn't believe me, Holly. You see, that's it. And now he wants you to hand me over to him. But you're not going to do it, are you, Robert? 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 Say you won't?
Have a drink.
Right. Bloody good idea.
Yeah. Then send Mr. Cassadine in. I don't appreciate you turning up to my house and harassing my wife.
I do what I have to do. I deserved some answers.
We told you all we know.
Don't insult me, Scorpio.
This really isn't getting us anywhere.
Only you can remedy that.
You got your brooch back. I owe you nothing more.
I want satisfaction, Scorpio.
Then you're going to have to go elsewhere for that.
You don't seem the least bit curious, do you?
What do you mean?
Doesn't it occur to the head cop of Port Charles that somebody wanted me to come to this city?
Go on.
I believe that your wife's cousin was set up.
What else is new?
Who's responsible? And why are you protecting them?
You get all the answers, you tell me.
I only know that this person has a plan, that part of it, and you know more than you're letting on.
You couldn't be more wrong.
I know when I'm being used.
I believe paranoia is derived directly from the Greek.
Don't patronize me.
I have nothing more to add to this discussion.
Someone went out of their way to find Algernon, who is related to you. Plant the brooch on him. Plant the airline ticket to get him here. They knew that I would follow, and I have. You think you can throw me off the track with your cavalier attitude?
Are you through?
I won't be manipulated. I will not be used.
You don't have a shred of proof to prove anyone's doing this.
I'll get the proof. You know, your continued disinterest really intrigues me.
I thought I'd spare you, Petros, but I can assure you, my mind's been working too.
Oh, by all means, unburden yourself.
I think you set up Algernon with the brooch. I think you gave him the plane ticket, the whole 9 yards, just to give yourself an excuse to come to Port Charles, a place that you know no Cassadine is welcome.
That's priceless.
I didn't set out to amuse you.
What a ridiculous scenario. Why in hell would I want anything to do with Port Charles? It's a town which has brought my family nothing but tragedy.
Precisely my point.
Which is?
The Cassadine obsession with revenge.
Not what I was looking for, but now. Oh, now it's a different story. I will get revenge on whoever lured me here.
I suggest you leave Port Charles instead.
I don't need gratuitous suggestions. I have a right to be here.
I warn you, Cassadine. I warn you. I will take action against you and any of your henchmen, should you give me cause.
You're not as smart as I thought. Don't you realize it would be to your advantage to help me? That is, if you are as much in the dark as you claim to be.
I don't see any advantage.
Scorpio, the sooner I find my answers, the sooner I will leave. And I don't plan to leave until I'm damn good and ready.
This meeting is at an end. I have some real work to do.
Just as he was leaving, he gave me the most horrifying look.
He did not.
You weren't looking. I saw it. Makes my blood run cold now just to think about it.
He's exaggerating.
I am not.
You are.
No, I'm not. Man shouldn't be allowed loose on the streets.
He hasn't done anything yet.
Ah, there's the magic word. Yet.
Don't be a coward, Algernon.
A coward. Me? Holly, dear, I'm only thinking of your protection.
Of course you are.
Yeah, I'm sure Robert's not going to allow anything to happen while Holly's around.
Well, that's why I stay home, you see, to look after her.
Oh, how comforting.
Anything for you, Holly, dear.
Oh, good, you're here.
I understand you had a meeting with Petros.
How did it go? Did you threaten him? Did he threaten me?
No.
And so, is he leaving?
No.
Why not?
I don't have a good reason to ask him.
Well, the man's trying to kill me.
I doubt that.
Well, what did he want?
He claims he's been set up.
He's been set up. What about me?
What do you mean, Robert?
He maintains that the reason that Algernon brought that brooch here was simply to lure him to Port Charles.
I didn't want him to come to Port Charles. I didn't even want to come to...
Can I finish?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. He's also determined to find out the reason and the person that brought him here.
But do you think he might have a point?
I doubt it. I think it's just another Cassadine plot.
But what?
I don't know. But I intend to keep a very close eye on him, you can be sure of that.
Well, I'm worn out from all this tension. I'm going to bed.
I think that's an excellent idea.
Are you sure I can't sleep in the secret room?
Good night, Algernon.
Robert, there hasn't been any activity around the yacht this afternoon.
Obviously, he's planning on staying then.
That's it for me. I just know it. It's over. Curtains.
Do go to bed, Algernon. Actually, I find this all rather exciting. I've
You
been
would.
involved with the Cassadines before.
And you're not getting involved with him now. I can tell you one thing, though. I am bound and determined to get to the bottom of this. I want to find out the real reason he's in Port Charles.
You can always count on my help, Robert.
You know, with Petros here, it means trouble. And Cassadine trouble always comes in big packages.